Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Ruchi and this is a new episode of Unfiltered Life after a very long time, a long gap, for which I'm really sorry. I did not want to do this and I did not plan for this, and it just happened. It just happened because probably it had to happen because I was rather aiming for putting up 2 or 3 videos per week. However, it didn't happen and rather I got stuck here, like could not make videos. I was craving for making videos, but I was in a situation, not for one reason, there were many reasons around me, and I was not in a very good headspace as well to make these videos, which is a very, very important thing, to be in a very good headspace. And this is what I'm going to talk about today. So, I'm going to talk about actually, what really matters the most in our life today for everybody, for all of you. Are you the one who gets angry very easily? Are you a short tempered person? Or you're somebody who does not get anger? So I'm very sure there is nobody who doesn't get angry anytime. It's just not possible. Even if somebody is saying so, I'm not talking about like, Mahatma, Guru, saint people, but still I think everybody gets angry. And it's a why, and most important thing, I realized these things few months, I should say, yeah, few months back, that all these emotions, anger and reactions, all these emotions are beautiful emotions because they are just a part of you. They're just a part of you being a human. They are just a part of you which tells you that you are a human and it will happen. So if somebody says that a person who gets very angry is a bad person, no, I don't agree. You need to accept your emotions because that's what make you what you are, a human. And God has created us like that, that everybody will get angry. And now you need to see that, how are you processing that anger? Why that anger is happening? And what is it causing you? Is it causing you trouble, or like, it's a normal thing, or it's like, something difficult to handle, which is like, making you a big trouble. So this is something which you need to definitely observe. But anger is a good emotion like all other emotions. Even sometimes if you feel disliking, hatred, every emotion is a part of you. Okay, so once this emotion has happened to you, you need to accept, because that is the truth. It is not that आपने प्लान करा था वो इमोशन, करेक्ट? हम कभी प्लान नहीं करते, कोई भी प्लान नहीं करता कि मुझे गुस्सा आना चाहिए, मुझे गुस्सा आ जाए, बट आता है, और सबको आता है. To each and everybody, there is nobody who doesn't get angry. So why it's very important that two things we are going to talk about. Let me tell first, anger, and second, how to forgive people and why to forgive people in the first place. Okay, so let's start with the anger part first. Why do people get angry? This is something I have been studying on from last many days, so I want to talk about it because I think it's going to help you as well. We means all of us, we get angry. So first of all, accept that it's a beautiful, beautiful expression. It's not a bad thing, and it will happen. You cannot, even if somebody says that don't get angry, you should not get angry. It is not something which can be should or should not. कोई आपको कहेगा भी ना कि गुस्सा मत करो या तुम गुस्सा नहीं कर सकते हो, तो आप मतलब उस चीज को नेचुरल नहीं कर सकते हो कि नहीं मुझे गुस्सा नहीं करना है. आएगा आपको गुस्सा. जब वो सिचुएशन अराइज होगी जहां गुस्सा आने की चीज है, तो आपको गुस्सा आएगा. The basic and the most important reason behind getting angry for everybody or anybody is when you think that you are treated in a wrong way, or something is unfair, with you. Most importantly, when you see that something is unfair, maybe with you, sometimes somewhere else, क्योंकि ज़रूरी नहीं है कि वो चीज़ आप ही के साथ हो रही हो. कई बार वो चीज़ कहीं और देखने के लिए मिलती है कि this is something very wrong happening and you still get angry, right? So unfair things, unjustified things, and makes you angry. They make you really angry, right? Now the point is, what can you do about it? So definitely a lot of times it happens that we happen to react very strong and immediately, and it depends from person to person कि कौन कितना react करेगा, किसका reaction कहाँ तक जाएगा, because it is all about how much controlled you are, and what is the situation. Because एंगर हमको मोस्टली हमारे क्लोज वंस पे या जो हमसे रिलेटेड है उन पे आता है, बाहर वालों पे बहुत कम आता है. वो हमें कोई सोशल सिचुएशन या कोई ऐसी सिचुएशन देखकर ही आएगा, पर स्टिल वो कंट्रोलेबल ज्यादा होता है. बट विद योर ओन रिलेटिव्स इट्स वेरी वेरी डिफिकल्ट. विद योर ओन इमोशंस एंड योर पर्सनल रिलेशनशिप्स, इट्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू कंट्रोल द एंगर. and you should not even, you can't do that actually, but yes, you have to work on it, you have to observe it, because see, I want to say one thing here कि first of all the most important thing is कि आप अपनी situation को control करो कि जब आपको गुस्सा आ रहा है तो never try to talk immediately. Okay, never try to hold on to your reaction. Okay, now जब मैं ये कह रही हूँ कि अपने reaction को hold कर लो या कुछ भी कहो मत, control करो behavior को, इसका मतलब बिल्कुल भी ये नहीं है कि anger को suppress कर दो या फिर टॉक्सिक पॉजिटिविटी कर दो कि नो, इन्हें कोई गुस्सा नहीं आ रहा है, सब ठीक है, एवरीथिंग इज फाइन, ऑल इज नो, आई डोंट मीन टू से दैट. आई जस्ट मीन टू से दैट प्रोसेस इट इन द राइट वे. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल इस बात को एक्सेप्ट करना कि यस, कुछ तो गलत हुआ है जिसके कारण आई एम एंग्री, एंड देन sometimes or many times आपको immediate पता नहीं चलेगा कि why are you angry, so you need to sit back and think, contemplate, you need to think about the reasons, the causes, and you have to observe that what is the reason it's happening, why is it happening. सबसे पहले you have to accept that something wrong has happened, and now you have to see that what is that which is bothering you, because something actually hurts you, something actually disturbs you, because of which you get angry, and which is unfair, unjustified as per you. Okay, so you need to see that what is that thing, and you need to also, you have to process it, you have to accept it, then you have to process, and you have to, be observant. If you just sit down alone, try to be alone when you are angry, because when we are angry, your mind does not process in an organized way, and if it does not process, you don't know that where you can take it out. So the best way, you need to really gain that maturity, that where you can get it out, or actually you should not get it out in a wrong way or in a reactive way. So I'm just trying to, tell you that sit down with yourself. Whenever you get angry to that extent, try to isolate yourself. First of all, try to isolate yourself, just sit down with yourself. Mostly it should be possible, and if it's not possible, then also you need to at least try not to speak. You can at least, even if you are surrounded with people, you can do one thing, that you leave the place, or you just keep your reaction in control. You can try that. So in the first place, of course, we all want that हम ऐसे सिचुएशन में जाए ही क्यों, हम ऐसे सिचुएशन में जाए ही ना, लेकिन स्टिल सिचुएशन हम पे नहीं रहता है सिर्फ, इट इज नॉट डिपेंडेंट ऑन यू, बिकॉज इट्स मोस्टली डिपेंडेंट, एंड व्हेन यू आर socializing with people, when you are meeting other people, it's about everybody, right? You can't control other people, you can just control yourself. That is in your control, so you have to accept it, there is no other way. So process your thoughts. When you sit with yourself, you can just observe, you can just be silent and उसको फील करना. मतलब मैं बोलूँगी तो पता नहीं वो आपको कैसे समझ में आएगा, लेकिन करके यही आप करके यू कैन एक्सपीरियंस दिस थिंग, दैट यू हैव टू सिट डाउन एंड यू हैव टू जस्ट फील कि आपको हो क्या रहा है. यू विल डेफिनेटली फील सम सेंसेशंस इन योर बॉडी. हार्ट बीट्स डिफरेंट चलेगी, आपको ऊपर से नीचे तक अलग सी फीलिंग आ सकती है, डिपेंडिंग अपॉन द इंटेंसिटी ऑफ योर एंगर एंड योर इमोशंस. यू विल फील वेरी वेरी डिफरेंट, एंड यू जस्ट सिट एंड ऑब्जर्व इट, एज इफ कभी भी जो थर्ड पर्सन बैठते नहीं है, कोई आपके सामने कोई और गुस्सा है, आप उसको बैठ के देखोगे, जस्ट लाइक दैट ट्राई टू सिट एंड ऑब्जर्व योर सेल्फ कि क्या हो रहा है माइंड में, क्या हो रहा है दिल में, क्या हो रहा है बॉडी में. यू विल हैव डिफरेंट सेंसेशंस. एंड one more thing, I would suggest never try to run away from that anger. Never. Suppress तो कभी नहीं करना. Suppress करने का मतलब है you are converting it into poison. Don't do that. That poison will come out. First of all, it's going to harm you in a big way today, tomorrow, whenever, and it's going to come out later. It can come out anywhere on anybody. So don't try to do that. Just sit down with yourself. Sit down with your thoughts, process those thoughts, observe yourself, and gradually you will see that वो cool down होगा. I don't know कितने घंटे में, कितने दिन में, किस topic पे, but वो होगा cool down. So you have to understand, and of course you can do one more thing. As long as our relations, our friendships, our family members are concerned, you can always talk. You can talk, you can communicate about the things, because अगर कोई unjustified चीज़ है, कोई unfair चीज़ है आपके साथ, आपको फील हुई है, तो आप सामने वाले के साथ बैठ सकते हो, आप उसको बता सकते हो कि यार this is not something I can accept, this is not something I like, and how can you do this. You can always discuss, but you have to discuss this once you cool down in your anger. And दिस इज यू कैन डू. एंड ऑफ कोर्स अगर वो आपका फैमिली मेंबर, आपका फ्रेंड या जो भी है, इफ दैट पर्सन लिटरली केयर्स फॉर यू और अनइंटेंशनली उस इंसान ने ऐसा कुछ करा है, तो दैट पर्सन विल कम बैक, दैट पर्सन विल मेक श्योर कि वो आपको फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल अक्नॉलेज करे कि yes, that was a mistake, I'll make sure it will not repeat, and then make sure bhi kare that it will not repeat. This is the most important thing for your mental health. It's not about sorry, it's not about you know chota ho jana, maafi mangna. It's just about being caring towards each other, which is very very important, because this is all the relationship is about, right? Any relationship in this world is all about caring. We all want to care for each other, we want to be there for each other, we want to, you know we don't want to be alone, and we just want to be with each other. That is the reason that we are together, or we are with family, we are with friends, we are with whoever. So this is one thing very very important. So try and process it this way. You can always talk about the things, you can always discuss later on once you cool it down. अगर आपको मेरी ये बात बहुत in like practical नहीं लग रही होगी, to a lot of people I can understand, you will see, because इतना patience नहीं होता है honestly. So let's be practical कि हाँ इतना patience नहीं होता है कि जब गुस्सा है तब जाके बैठ जाओ. करेक्ट है, पेशेंस नहीं आता है उस टाइम पर, और मेनी सिचुएशंस आल्सो हैपन दैट यू जस्ट, आई टेल यू मेनली पता है, अगर कोई चीज फर्स्ट टाइम होती है ना, तब तो स्टिल यू कैन, यू फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल यू गेट अ शॉक, ओके, दैट ओ व्हाट हैपेंड. सो sometimes in that shock also you react, but let me tell you that most of the times when you react and you do not follow this process, it would cause bigger problems to you and in your relationships. So just for avoiding those problems, and of course we want to handle things gracefully, we want to be good with each other, we care for things, atmosphere, ourselves, our health, because it's very important. So that's the only way that you have to process it. Yes, but there is again one very important red flag of any relationship, anybody. अगर आप किसी से कह रहे हो that this is the problem, I don't like these things, I don't like this kind of treatment, or I don't like this particular thing, so don't do this with me, and still the person repeats, maybe once, twice, thrice, if the person is repeating such thing, then it is a thing for you to now take decision that whether you want to be in that situation or not. Because if you are going in that situation, see, first of all, if somebody is doing this, it's very clear the person does not care, correct? Because मुंह से बोलने से care नहीं होती है, it has to be in the action first. Second, इसका जो रेपरकेशन है वो बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग है, वो आपकी मेंटल हेल्थ को अफेक्ट करेगा. एंड इट्स लाइक मेंटल हेल्थ इज एवरीथिंग, ऑफ कोर्स. दिस कैन गो टू अ वेरी बैड एक्सटेंट. ऑल्सो द पीपल हु डू नॉट अक्नॉलेज कि हाँ मुझसे गलती हो गई है या अब ऐसा नहीं होगा, मोस्ट ऑफ द सिनेरियोज में वो लोग मैनिपुलेशन खेलते हैं, क्योंकि वो अक्नॉलेज नहीं करेंगे. दे विल जस्ट प्ले इट लाइक कि मैंने कुछ नहीं करा, मेरी गलती नहीं थी, या तुम ही गलत हो, गैस लाइटिंग. So all these terms, manipulation, gaslighting and all these kind of things, भले ही वो आपका sibling आपके साथ कर रहा है, it's very dangerous. It is so dangerous that actually you need a break from that relationship. आपको ये बात कितनी ही difficult लग जाए, आपको ये बात कितनी ही impossible लगे, but this is the only way out if you don't do this. So I'm telling you, maybe you don't go to that extent कि आपको पता ना चले कि मैं depressive feeling में हूँ, लेकिन I'm telling you, if you are going through this kind of atmosphere or this kind of reaction behavior from that particular person again and again, again and again, if you're not taking care of yourself, then you are causing a big trouble to yourself. Because आपकी जो लाइफ के दूसरे relationships होंगे, आपकी जो लाइफ की दूसरी चीजें होंगी ना, like your work is there, your health is there, your routines are there, when you have to take care of yourself, when you have to self work जो होता है, और खाना पीना हर चीज पे इसका इफेक्ट आएगा, because you are actually not taking care of yourself mentally. So it is going to affect everything, it is going to ruin everything. So try not to do that, save yourself from that. And definitely anger is not a good thing. Not a good thing as in causing it again and again. If it is happening incidentally, कुछ हो गया है reason और हो रहा है, that anger is different because that's a natural emotion. But अगर आप अपने आप को उस situation को recognize करके भी कि ये situation में मैं हूँ, and still you are not working on it, and still you are not able to do something about it, then it is your problem. Then it is not about a natural emotion, क्योंकि आप, you are just not bothered. right? And of course you need to learn to communicate about your feelings, your expressions. So आप communicate कब कर सकते? You can only communicate with someone about anything which is happening or which is causing you trouble once you yourself figure out कि मुझे हो क्या रहा है. So वो figure out कैसे होगा? When you observe yourself. So you have to, first of all, जैसे ही आपको ऐसा anger है, you have to accept that okay, it's happening. I am feeling bad. It is the wrong thing. It is unfair. It is this and that. There are a lot of people I have also seen that who suppress their anger. You can see on their face they are not liking it. You can see on their face they are feeling bad, but they are so image conscious. Either they are so much fearful or they are so fearful or low self esteem people that they are fearful that हमारा रिलेशन खराब ना हो जाए, या सामने वाले को जो भी वो रिलेशन है, दूसरा व्यक्ति जो आपके साथ रिलेशन में है, यू आर जस्ट बॉदर्ड कि उस वो बुरा ना लग जाए, कुछ ये ना हो जाए वो. बट लेट मी टेल यू, इट इज नॉट गोइंग टू हेल्प यू इन लॉन्ग रन. So just be realistic and talk about things openly and come to a solution. There is always a solution, there has to be always some kind of solution to everything. At least this is very basic, to be fair to each other. If unfair things are happening, definitely there is, even if it's happening with your parents, I can bet on this, nobody can tolerate unfair things even from their parents. अगर parents भी siblings में भी differentiate करते हैं ना कि एक sibling को अलग treatment, दूसरे को अलग, या फिर for whatever reason, there could be many reasons behind it, but even that thing cannot be tolerated. That can also make angry like anything. There also you have to go and talk about it. And yes, if they keep repeating it, you have to distance yourself from this atmosphere, because it's very dangerous. So you have to distance yourself from such atmosphere, and I really request you to distance yourself from such atmosphere, because otherwise it is going to damage your mental health badly. So मे बी आपको अभी लगेगा नहीं, क्योंकि हर हम सबकी अलग अलग कैपेसिटी होती है, सबकी टॉलरेट करने की कैपेसिटी है, किसी की कितनी है, किसी की कितनी है. ऑल्सो मेनी टाइम्स बिकॉज पेरेंट्स हैं या बड़े लोग हैं या सिबलिंग्स है, कोई भी है, सबकी एक आजकल एक बहुत ट्रेंडिंग चीज आई नोटिस एवरीवेयर. nobody wants to accept that, clearly दिख रहा है कि कुछ wrong है या उन्होंने कुछ गलत कर दिया, but nobody wants to accept, everybody is right. Tell me, if everybody is right, then why these things happen? Why? So I'm not saying that चुपचाप से accept कर लो, but yes, जहाँ पर जो चीज़ है वो है. Everybody wants to put up their point that what they are saying is right, but you have to be logical, you have to be justified, right? From some angle, you can of course, be, it's about being a human. Okay, so and there could be one thing that there are two people, both think that they are right in their places and they don't want any kind of adjustment. That is also fine, but then at least accept that yes, I want this thing. See, if some, it has to be a very clear communication between two people, very clear. There could be a possibility that parents में भी आपके और आपके parents के thoughts नहीं मिलते हैं, थिंकिंग एक लाइन में नहीं जाती है, आपके साथ नहीं जाती है, आपके भाई बहनों के साथ जाती है. इट इज ओके, इट्स पॉसिबल, बिकॉज that's how you are, that's how you're created, you can't help it. But in that case, you have to come to that point where it has to be smooth. The relationship, if you want to really work on yourself as well as like the relationship, it has to be smooth. It has to be smooth, there is no other way. And it is very dangerous. So it's my sincere request to everyone to watch it and work on it. And yes, I also want to share a few tips for controlling your anger and behavior, like on the moment, to create meditation is one of the best thing. When you keep working on yourself as a person, about if you keep working out, maybe you are doing yoga, you're doing meditation, and it is very powerful. Meditation is beyond, there is no greater power than meditation, let me tell you. It can actually save you from everything, almost everything in your life. And the things, like the most troublesome things, stress and emotional stress and any kind of stress and anxieties and other problems, other issues, everything can be saved if you just do meditation consistently in your life. So please try to understand this and practice this and absorb this or have it in your life. It's very, very important. I definitely wanted to talk about another thing, which was whether you should forgive the person. Why is it important to forgive someone? I so much wanted, but I think it's too much, like the video length is too much here only, so I will cover it up in the next video. which will be coming very, very soon. And I have a lot of plans, I have a lot of things to share with all of you. I'm really excited and thankful to God, seriously, that I was able to record this today, because I genuinely wanted to record from a very long time and it was just not happening. So I'm so thankful. See, I just am saying thank you to God, and I'm trying to make a point here that कितना भी आप प्लानिंग कर लो और कितना भी सब कुछ आपके पास हो और अवेलेबल हो, you still can't do certain things without the grace of God. So, just whatever you are doing, wherever you are, even if you're sitting in a healthy body, trust me, you have to be grateful. You should be grateful, and it's a great blessing you are having. So accept it. And we are going to talk about a lot of interesting topics which will be very helpful and which will add a lot of value and clarity in your life. For now, that's all. See you soon in the next video. For this, thank you, take care, and love you.